From the Tropicana in Atlantic City, New Jersey, the Maxwell Football Club honors all levels of the great game of football. Tonight, in a unique setting, you'll meet some of the best young players, including Lamar Jackson from Louisville and Matt Ryan of the Atlanta Falcons. You'll hear from coaching legends Nick Saban and Steve Spurrier. Plus, we'll honor Roger Staubach with the Tropicana Legends Award. Tonight on the Maxwell Football Club's 80th Awards Gala.
Louisville's Lamar Jackson ran away from opposing defenders all year and then was a runaway winner of the Maxwell Trophy as the College Player of the Year. Let's take a look at Lamar in action.
Along the way, Jackson patterned his game after some elite players. He tried to emulate the running style of Reggie Bush and the skills of former Maxwell Award winner Michael Vick. At one point during the season, it was Vick who tweeted that Jackson was 5 times better than he was in his playing days at Virginia Tech. Jackson did his best to prove him right with a 5-touchdown, 362-yard performance in an upset win over Florida State. His effort against Syracuse was legendary.
And a stretch to the edge. What a hurdle by Jackson! Highlight reel touchdown!
In that game, he became the first FBS player to throw for more than 400 yards and rush for 175 in a game. He set a new single-season rushing mark at Louisville, erasing a record that had stood for 45 years. At season's end, he had rushed for 1,571 yards and 21 touchdowns, and passed for 3,543 yards and 30 scores. The only other FBS players to have thrown for more than 30 touchdowns and run for 20 in a season were Tim Tebow and Cam Newton. The Maxwell Football Club is proud to present the Maxwell Award as the National College Player of the Year to Lamar Jackson. With the NFL draft fast approaching, there are several questions that have yet to be answered, like who will the Cleveland Browns take with the first pick? Where will the top 4 quarterbacks land? And will Saquon Barkley, the running back from Penn State, be an overall #1 selection? Sooner or later, though, general managers will have to address the players on the defensive side of the ball. Of course, they'll consider all the measurables like strength, speed, and agility. But what if one of the top candidates only has one hand? Shaquem Griffin from the University of Central Florida was born with amniotic band syndrome. His left hand never developed. At age 4, that hand had to be amputated. Since then, he's never looked back. Last season, he led his team to an undefeated season and a victory over Auburn in the Peach Bowl. In 2016, Griffin was the American Athletic Conference Defensive Player of the Year. This season, he was the Uplifting Athlete Rare Disease Champion. What does it mean to you to take home an award like this, because you become an inspiration to so many people?
I mean, it's just what it said, uplifting athletes. And I mean, I think it's very important that I had the opportunity to be one of the candidates for this award. Obviously, we had a lot of good candidates, and you know, I had a lot of support from my team and from my community and people who was behind me when it came to vote. So, I mean, I'm just so honored and blessed to be able the opportunity to receive this award, because it goes to show that everything, all the effort that I put in is well worth it, and is inspiring others to do what they feel is needed and push themselves to be the best that they can be.
Griffin has an identical twin. His brother Shaquille currently is a starting defensive back with the Seattle Seahawks. Both excelled at Lakeland High School in Florida. Shaquille drew attention from several Division I programs, but when it came to the Griffins, it was a package deal or no deal. Eventually, the twins landed at UCF. Take me through that college career, being there with your brother. That had to be an emotional bond and a great support for you to excel.
Yeah, I mean, when I first got there, I mean, it started off rough. I mean, I wasn't playing it that much. But when Coach Frost got there, I mean, it was my brother's senior year, it was my redshirt junior year, and that's when we started playing. And mind you, going from little league to high school, all we know is just playing with each other and having that little gap, that little space between each other at one point in time in college. And then, I mean, literally, I remember the first play of the game when I first started playing against South Carolina State. I was chasing a running back, and I had so much anxiety, I just started throwing up in the field, like, literally. And I was like, man, I told my brother, I can't breathe, I can't feel my heart. He said, how you can't breathe if you're talking to me? And he was like, look, just calm down, play football. You've been waiting for this your entire life. He said, just play and let go. After that, man, I went crazy that game and never looked back since.
If pro scouts didn't see enough of Shaquem's skill on tape, then they saw it on display at the NFL Combine. In the weight room, he bench pressed 225 pounds 20 times to the astonishment of onlookers. When it came to the 40-yard dash, Griffin rewrote the record book for linebackers. His time of 4.38 was not just the fastest time by a linebacker at the event. It was the fastest time ever by a linebacker in the history of the Combine. The numbers don't lie. Shaquem Griffin has set a standard for years to come. The Combine, by all accounts, you excelled.
Yeah. I knew what my expectations are, and I knew what I wanted out of the Combine, but I just think everybody was waiting to see what I was going to do. And I mean, I knew I was going to do it, but I was just ready to show the world that. And I even said when I put in my interview, I mean, I told everybody, I said, I'm thanking for the support. There's a lot of great things coming, and everybody the right one. And I think I was able to show everybody the reason why I should be there.
When did you know that I can play this game?
I mean, I knew right away. 4 years old, after my surgery, I went outside and started playing football. I remember my mom said, "Hey, do not go outside. Let your wound heal. I do not want you coming home with a dirty bandage." I mean, that same day I came home with a football in my hand and a bloody bandage. Said, "Mom, I felt so much better out there. I felt good. I was able to play again." And I mean, moments like that. That's when I knew, like, you know what, I'm finna play football. And then soon after that, I signed up that summer, was playing football, and I haven't stopped since.
Griffin told me he's definitely ready for the next step in his career, and he's excited to see how the process unfolds. Looking ahead to the NFL Draft, I'm Mick Moninghoff. Okay, I'll give you a break real quick. What do you think of the enormity of this?
Oh, it's great, man. It's amazing how they made this way back then. I don't see how they climbed this thing, but it's amazing.
Well, Dalian trying to rebound after a loss last weekend. They're excited to be here all week long in practice. Has said, this is going to be our home game. We got to show up for our hometown fans. You'll see a new kicker, and you'll also see both quarterbacks get some action today. Fourth quarter action here in Dalian. 12 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in this one. Our third of 3 on the day. The Qingdao Clipper leading the Dalian Dragon King by a score of 35-26. Mick Moninghoff and Lou Tilley with you tonight. Oh! Ray, say hello to Mr. Kent Richardson. Oh! Decapitation.
A champion will be crowned tonight here in Philadelphia. It is Arena Football's biggest stage. It is Arena Ball 30 here in Philadelphia. Live from the Wells Fargo Center, I'm Jeff Skaversky with 6 ABC's coverage of Arena Ball 30.
And you can't quarterback keep because Ronnemont can barely move. Here we go. They fake it. Ronnemont's going to try to run. Throws it across his body. Touchdown, Soul. Real high degree of difficulty on that play.
All around, because you got a quarterback with a bum knee, you run a fake waggle, you get outside, everything's sealed up. He throws across, the most difficult throw there, across the field, and the young fella comes up big again. Prince in the right place at the right time. Tough catch, goes down and secures it.
There it is. Here comes the confetti. Let the celebration begin, Philadelphia. Back-to-back champs. I believe we're set for the trophy presentation, so let's send it down to the field. Yep.
How great is it?
All right, guys, we're here with Ron Jaworski. First off, congratulations, Ron. Can you believe you are back-to-back champs?
I can absolutely believe it because of the organization, the people who have in this organization, and the great fans of the city of Philadelphia. This was about winning the championship in Philadelphia. From our ownership to our coaches to our players and these great fans, we wanted that confetti to come down here in Philadelphia, and these guys made it happen.
And someone born in Philadelphia, got into sports because of this town and the way they love and care about their sports teams. It's just such a thrill to be a part of an organization that's brought this much joy to the city of Philadelphia. Incredible stuff. Big thanks to our entire crew. I want to thank Lou Tilley's production crew and everybody who worked on this broadcast to get this show up and running. And always a pleasure to sit next to you, my favorite Hall of Famer, Seth Bonner. Nice job tonight.
Thank you, Ari, man. Just getting started for us, bud.
That's right. This was a great night for the city of Philadelphia and a great night for the Soul. They're now 3-time champs and back-to-back champs. On behalf of Seth Bonner and our entire crew, I'm Ari Wolf saying goodnight from Philadelphia.